Thank you, Madam Chair. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Dr. the Right Honorable Sir Kennedy Simmons, our first Prime Minister, the father of our nation, and the only living national hero. Dr. the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards, former Deputy Prime Minister and former party leader, and now serving as the parliamentary representative for constituency number 5. Dame Constance Mitcham, our first female parliamentarian. Mr. Lindsey Grant, former party leader. Mr. Jonell Powell, former party chairman. Honorable Alexis Jeffers and Honorable Eric Evelyn of the CCM. Former parliamentarian Mr. Eugene Hamilton. Former Attorney General Mr. Vincent Byron. Dr. Patricia Bartlett, Vice President of the NRP. A special welcome is extended to our distinguished guest, Ambassador Michael Lin, and representatives of the Embassy of the Republic of China on Taiwan. Members and friends of the People's Action Movement. Supporters and well-wishers, a pleasant good night. After many years of resilience, demonstrating moral fortitude, fighting and delivering for the people of our country, tonight we gather as a momentous occasion, the 60th anniversary of our beloved party, the People's Action Movement. 60 years is a testament of our unwavering commitment to the people we serve. It is an indication of our resilience in the face of challenges and to the enduring power of our ideals. In 1965, our founders, a group of bold trailblazers, came together driven by a vision and shared belief in the power of the people and a better future for our nation. They laid the foundation for this great party. They dreamt of a society where every citizen had the opportunity to thrive, where justice and equality reigned supreme, and where the voice of the people was truly heard. Amongst them were two of our former political leaders, Dr. William Billy Herbert and Sir Kennedy Alphonse Simmons. We also remember Richard Mazza-Keynes and Sidney Morris of blessed memory. They planted seeds that helped to realize many of our dreams today. Let us just define P.A.M. for a moment. The People's Action Movement. For far too often, we have let others define our party. And so, let us look at what P.A.M. means, not just to us as members and friends, but to the nation. People. From the inception, the founding fathers, the pioneers and trailblazers were clear in their minds that people must be the party's priority. Our first leader, Dr. William Billy Herbert, I am told, stressed that our purpose was to put people first and to work to ensure a better quality of life for all, not just for some. 60 years on, and the people of this great nation remain the focus and the center of this determined, resilient, and indomitable party. P.A.M. has consistently demonstrated and continues to put people first. P.A.M. is always and has always been the party that looks out for every citizen and every resident of this great nation. We always have the people in mind. When our party is in government, the people experience progress and prosperity. And it leaves no doubt that P.A.M. is a progressive party that always has a focus on the people. Action, taken from the Latin word agere, meaning to do. Action is also synonymous with work, energy, vitality. P.A.M.'s track record will confirm that the actions of this party, more than any other party in this country, have indeed delivered improved lives and standards for our people and our country. That is irrefutable. Movement. Beyond doing, movement denotes growth, evolution, progress, momentum. Moreover, a movement is a groundswell of people coming together and working to bring about desired change for the common good. Ladies and gentlemen, that in a nutshell is P.A.M.'s legacy. This is a quick synopsis of P.A.M.'s roadmap and DNA. That pioneering, patriotic spirit, that bold vision and passion, that dogged determination and optimism are still with us today. Through the decades, our party has faced countless obstacles. We have weathered many storms, overcome adversity, and emerged stronger each and every time. We have learned from our successes and our setbacks, always striving to improve and adapt to the changing needs of our nation. We have championed the rights of the marginalized, fought for social justice, and delivered tangible benefits to our people. We have built schools, houses, and roads. We have fostered economic growth and created opportunities for all. We have always placed the needs of the people at the heart of our policies. That is why we are here celebrating our diamond anniversary. 6 decades of love and service to the people of this cherished nation. P.A.M. is deeply entrenched and interwoven into the very fabric of kittitions and divisions, and into the lives of multiple generations of families across the Federation and also in the diaspora. Nothing and no one can ever change that. History is already written. In the words of our party song, the People's Action Movement is here and here to stay. But my friends, our work is far from finished. The challenges we face today are complex and multifaceted. Climate change threatens our very existence. Technological advancements are rapidly transforming our world. And the inequalities that still plague our society demands our urgent attention. Just in case you did not hear, the inequalities that we are facing now demands our urgent attention. In the face of these challenges, we must remain true to our founding principles. We must continue to be a voice for the voiceless, a champion for the marginalized, and a beacon of hope for all. We must embrace innovation, adapt to the changing times, and harness the power of technology to build a brighter future for our nation. This anniversary is not just a time for celebration, it is a time for reflection and renewal. It is a time to reaffirm our commitment to the ideals that have guided us for the past 6 decades. It is a time to rededicate ourselves to the service of our people. It is a distinct honor and privilege to be leading this party that turns 60 tomorrow, the 19th of January, 2025. Members and friends, we are on the brink of celebrating our diamond anniversary. To God be the glory. Everyone is acutely aware that tonight is not the time for long speeches, but we have come to celebrate our rich history and the longevity of our party. So we cannot forget, and we must never forget, the giants upon whose shoulders this party rests. Those who remain steadfast and resolute in their commitment to P.A.M. and its philosophy, even in the face of strong opposition, criticism, threats, and ridicule. Some are of blessed memory, but I see several faces here tonight. Many of you who relentlessly pursued the vision to plant and nurture the seeds that have blossomed into this formidable institution called P.A.M. I can only imagine the emotions of joy and the deep sense of satisfaction you are experiencing in this proud moment. As we celebrate this significant milestone together, the party publicly places on record our heartfelt appreciation for your contributions and your selfless service. In preparing for tonight, I asked all my predecessors what were their proudest moments as leaders. They repeated the very first words spoken by Sir Ken as Prime Minister. Across the universe, the sun is setting on colonialism, and in the soft amber glow of dawn's first light, there is born to the world a new nation. That was the proudest moment for Sir Ken, the nation's first Prime Minister, who brought the independence to the people of our nation. I am sure we all experience a sense of pride when we see our nation's flag flying high. We think of Sir Ken and what he has done for this federation. When I spoke to Mr. Grant, he expressed pride in navigating our party during its time in opposition, with the challenges it faced from the toils and snares of the Labour administration. During his leadership, the party experienced increased votes after every election, even as he rallied the troops during perilous times. In speaking to Dr. Richards, his proudest moment was leading the party back into government. And this accomplishment was after our country had to endure 20 long years of hard labor. As the new leader of the People's Action Movement, I will take important lessons from all of our former leaders. Under my leadership, I will continue to navigate the party through the challenging times we currently face under another Labour administration. I promise to work untiringly to lead our party back into government so the country can once again experience advancement led by a Prime Minister of the People's Action Movement. As we are well aware, many of the historic watershed moments that mark the turning of an era were the springboards or the launching pads for sustainable development and measurable transformation of our federation into a modern St. Kitts Nevis. These milestone achievements were conceived, fleshed out, and implemented under the capable and visionary leadership and governance of successive P.A.M administrations. That's historically irrefutable. Our achievements include, but are not limited to, successfully establishing diplomatic relations, especially with our friends from Taiwan. Establishing early childhood education and ensuring that our nation's youth are protected. Leading our nation into independence. Constructing the Dr. Kennedy Simmons Highway on the Southeast Peninsula, the road of progress. Conceptualizing and building Port Zante. Special thanks and heartfelt gratitude as well to all of the foot soldiers that are here tonight. You have shown your commitment and dedication over the years, attending public meetings, attending party functions, ensuring that our votes are counted on election day, and look at you here tonight, looking so lovely and dazzling. You have remained loyal, unyielding, and undeterred in your support for our beloved party and our country, even in the difficult times. You have remained resolute and have kept the party's flag flying high. We owe you all a debt of gratitude. For without reliable, loyal, and hard-working supporters and stalwarts like you, we would not be here tonight, celebrating 60 years of a proud tradition to be passed on to successive generations. We salute you and honor your commitment and service to the party and the country. The P.A.M says thanks and pays homage to all who continue to carry the torch and the mantle of the People's Action Movement, individually and collectively. You are a living testimony to the words of the party's song, "We love to serve our country," which God has blessed so well. In peace and love and happiness, we will forever dwell. We ask for God's protection and guidance on our way, The People's Action Movement will strive from day to day. The People's Action Movement is here and here to stay. Let me repeat that line so that it resonates with everyone. P.A.M, the party for the people, the party of progress, the party of action that will move St. Kitts and Nevis forward and upward. The People's Action Movement is here and here to stay. P.A.M is a political party and movement that is serious about governance, serious about ensuring that our programs and initiatives are fit to purpose, that we meet the needs and realities of the people whom we serve. So we want to meet you where you are and to hear from you directly. We welcome all citizens and residents, regardless of your political persuasion, to join the rescue mission. That must happen sooner rather than later. Our country needs help, and we have to rescue it. P.A.M is the solution. We have the solutions to return our beloved federation to the peace, progress, and prosperity that we all enjoyed whenever P.A.M is in government. Whenever Labour wins, our people lose. When Labour wins, the citizens and residents of this nation lose. Our collective efforts, energies, ideas, and opinions, our skill sets, and the will are a must, an imperative, so that we can put our country and federation back on solid ground, so we can once again operate in the best interests of the common good and return to putting people first. Through our collective efforts, we will ensure that the party remains strong, active, resilient, determined, and of course, people-centered. So I invite you to stay in touch as the year unfolds, as we roll out our 2025 and beyond agenda, which will require all hands on deck. Our constituency and community outreach will be very prominent and palpable, so we appeal for your ongoing support. Your assistance in spreading the word and your frank and open engagement are welcome. As we celebrate throughout the year, let us pledge to continue to be inspired and motivated by P.A.M's legacy of innovation, abiding faith, and spirit of determination. Mr. Brooks, can you pass me my glass, please? He's coming right up. I'm hoping everyone has a glass or a bottle. Let us raise a toast to the People's Action Movement for its 60 years of resilience and endurance, working on behalf of generations of our people. Trust God for his continued benevolence and ask that he provide us with many more generations of visionary leadership and committed supporters for another 60 by 60 years. So hip hip hip, hip hip hip, hip hip hip. Thank you. It would be remiss of me before I take my seat. Did not express sincere gratitude to the Gala committee for doing an excellent job before. And so I want to publicly thank them for all their hard work. We faced challenges in preparing for tonight. We would not tell them no, but at a later date, because our efforts are continually frustrated. I don't see Mrs. Morgan. Oh, I see her. My heart is very pleased tonight, Mrs. Morgan, who's trying to ignore me. Mrs. Derring Nyas, can I get the attention of Mrs. Morgan, please? I know she does not like the spotlight, but her work is exemplary. And over the years, previous leaders have benefited from the outstanding and efficient work she has contributed. I am very grateful to have you, Shirley. Thank you, and you know that I love you. As we look to the future, let us remember the work of our founders. Let us draw inspiration from their vision and their courage. Let us work together to build a stronger, more just, and more prosperous nation for all. And in so doing, let us work together to rescue St. Kitts and Nevis. You recognize that P.A.M draws attraction when it comes to our Nevis brothers and sisters as they are here celebrating with us tonight. We can turn things around and bring back prosperity to our country, despite the stagnation of the past 2.5 years under the present government. P.A.M can ensure that things will be going well and give St. Kitts and Nevis that new deal which we all deserve. May God bless the People's Action Movement, the people of our nation, and the great Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I love you. God bless you all. Thank you very much.